everyone, it's Alana and welcome to another vlog. So the last vlog got a lot of response. It was mostly positive, yay, which I'm really happy that my channel's got a lot of positive feedback and not people being mean for no reason. But anyway, this vlog is going to cover my septum piercing. I got a lot of questions about, obviously, the vegan diet, but I thought that the septum piercing was something I could talk about right now, and it wouldn't take a lot of time, so that's what I'm going to talk about today. So this is my septum piercing. I've had this about 1 year now, actually. It was like 1 year, pretty much exactly, that I got this done, so it's pretty new. This is actually my first and only piercing right now. Let's see. Oop, the lighting just changed because I actually have my computer on. That's kind of like my lighting. But yeah, I don't have my ears pierced. I never have had my ears pierced before. This is it. I don't know specifically what this person wanted to know. First of all, I don't have any other piercing experience to relate it to, but this really, really, really hurt. But it hurt really bad, but it was it was over very quickly. So it was pretty much like, oh, somebody like punched you in the nose really hard, and you cried a little bit, but like 5 minutes later, you forget it happens. There was quite a bit of swelling. It actually was swollen so bad that like the piercing itself was like kind of turned for about 2 or 3 weeks while it was healing, and I was kind of concerned that it would be like that forever, but it evened out, and now it's perfect. It just sits like that. It might be still like a tiny bit crooked, but it like when I first got it, it was really bad, and now it's hardly noticeable. Let's see what else. You have to do aftercare on it, just like any other piercing, but I don't think there's anything like ultra special about the aftercare. You basically make some saltwater solution, so you get like a gallon of distilled water and put like a couple tablespoons, I don't remember the ratio, but they'll tell you, like the piercing shop will tell you how to make the solution. So it's salt water. Every day, like a couple times a day, you take a glass of the water, warm it up a little bit in the microwave, like a tiny little bit, because believe me, it'll be freaking hot when you put your nose in there. But yeah, you just like dip your nose in the shot glass and stand there for like 10 minutes, or as long as you can stand. I usually tried to go 10 minutes, but it was probably more like 5 sometimes, because it's kind of ridiculous to have your nose in a shot glass of water. Like, it's fucking stupid. So, anyway, you have to do that, or when it's healing, it'll make like a bunch of grody scar tissue and just get weird, so it won't heal like a nice, supple hole that you can move the piercing through without weird pains or anything. But yeah, I really like it. The cool thing about this piercing is, like, if you do get tired of it or you don't want it anymore, if you take it out, like, you can't see the hole, so that you won't have a visible scar or anything. So if you're not sure if you're gonna want it forever, like, it's totally fine. Also, there's different styles you can get, but if you have a style that's open on the bottom, like this horseshoe is, you can flip it up into your nose, as long as, when I first got this, like, these two balls were really close together, and I couldn't turn it up into my nose, but I went back to the piercing shop and they just widened it with pliers, so I don't do this really hardly ever, but I can see if I can even do it. I might need a mirror. But yeah, I can put it up into my nose, so now no one even knows I have it, and you can't really even see, well, you can see there, but you can kind of push that, and then, yep, and it's like you never got your septum pierced. Yeah, so it's, if you need to like hide your piercing, probably for work, Hopefully not from like family or anybody, but you never know. If you need to do that, you can do that really easily with this. And then it looks like you're just picking your nose like crazy when you go to take it back out. It's like wedged up in there, but it's actually not even that gross. Like, you probably want to wash your hands after the process. But, you know, my nose was clean when I started, so. um, but yeah, it's pretty much. And as far as cleaning it on a regular basis, like in the shower every day, I just kind of like, you know, clean like I would my nose, and then sometimes I'll like get a little water in my hand and just go for a while, and it's totally fine. And then like some people will like clean the jewelry, which I do occasionally, but it never really, it's stainless steel, so it doesn't like harbor bacteria, so it's not, I don't know, as long as you have good jewelry, like this I bought from the piercing shop, like if you're buying your jewelry on Etsy and stuff, I know it's very inexpensive, but I'm not sure that that's all, it's not stainless steel, what did I say before, surgical steel. You want it to be surgical steel because otherwise it's, I don't know, can get weird, and you've got a lot of staph in your nose, on your body naturally, so if you were to get an infection from something, like, that would be it, because it's got so much bacteria in there already. What else? I covered, like, oh yeah, there's different types, oh, changing it. Changing it's kind of a pain in the ass. I don't like to do it, because to be honest, like, fiddling around for the hole is really horrible for me. Like, I don't like, you know, looking at my face real closely. It kind of makes me dizzy. So I actually have had this particular piercing in since I got it. It's the only piece of jewelry I have. I really never take it out. I've taken it out one time for like a day, and I had trouble getting it back in. Like, I couldn't find the piercing hole, and I think when I took it out, I'd only had it for like 4 months, so it's probably like easier to find now. I don't know. Mine is a 16 gauge, I think. 16? Yeah, it's 16 gauge. It's the smallest gauge that they can pierce it at. So I could get it smaller or bigger. I have not tried getting it bigger. I've heard that stretching it, making it bigger, really, 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 really hurts, but I don't have personal experience with that. Personally, this size is perfect for me. I don't really think I'm going to go bigger or smaller. I like this one. I like this style of jewelry. I might get a different one, but I don't know. And like I said, changing it out is very difficult for me. I don't think that's the case for everybody. Like, I think some people it's fairly easy. But like, these balls come off on the end, and I'm not even gonna show you how it works because like every time I take them off, it's a big struggle for me to get them back on. Like, they have really tiny threads, and the worst part when I first got this was they weren't on really tight, and they just one day it just like fell out, and I was like, what the hell? Like, I can't get this back on. It took me like 20 minutes to get it back on. So I just have mine are tightened up like really freaking tight, and I don't mess with them. Because, I mean, I sometimes mess with the thing, but like I make sure that they're like tightened every time because I don't want them falling out. I have met one other person who said that when they got their septum pierced the first day, that they slept with it after it got pierced. The little ball fell off in their sleep, and when they woke up, the ring had come completely out, and the hole had closed because it was like the first day, like within the first 24 hours of getting it pierced. And they couldn't, like, they went back to the piercing shop and they're like, we can pierce it again, but it's gonna hurt even worse because of this, like, scar tissue. And she just, like, was like, forget it, I'm not gonna have my septum pierced then. I know another person who takes their jewelry out for like months at a time and then just can put it back in, like, you know, kind of like your ears. Like, I think that's different for everybody. Like with piercings, sometimes you take it out and your body closes the hole up in a matter of hours. Sometimes it might be way longer than that, you know, like some people can take their piercings out and then months later put jewelry back in. It's a personal thing. I feel like I probably wouldn't take this out for more than like a day or two, unless I really had to. Like if I broke my nose or something, I'd probably have to take it out. At that point, it would just be like, if I can't get it back in, oh well, but I'm not going to take it out on purpose. Um, and I don't find like I've been sick a few times since I've had it or had to blow my nose, you know, and it's not any it's really no different, you know. You pretty much just want to like get to a mirror and make sure that the jewelry is clean. But it's basically just like, yeah, blowing your nose. It's not a rocket science. So what else? It hurts pretty damn bad. uh, yeah, I don't know what else. Oh yeah, there are like fake rings. So if you aren't sure like how the jewelry will look on you, or if you're gonna be like annoyed by wearing it, you can always get one of those like I think it's like a clip-on earring where it kind of clips onto your septum. I haven't personally worn one, but if you want to try out what it looks like on you, you could probably get one of those and see how that is. And that's pretty much it. If there's anything else that you want to know about it, I guess leave a comment. Like I said, the worst part of having it for me was when the little balls like they would fall off when I first got them, and I guess they just like weren't tight enough. And now that I've gotten them like tightened down, it doesn't happen anymore. But that was like pretty much the worst thing. And if that does happen, like, and you couldn't get the piercing back in, I would just go back to the piercing shop and be like, guys, this like screwed up. Can you do anything about it? Um, but I also would recommend kind of making sure to get them really tight, like right after you get it, because in the first couple weeks, like while it's healing, you don't want it to fall out because it will close up the hole like really quickly. Yeah, but that's about it. And yeah, I kind of want to get my ears pierced now that I've had this for a year. Like I feel like I do like piercings. When I was younger, I thought that I didn't like piercings and that I would never want to have one. But one day I was just like, I think I want a septum piercing. I don't know, just my interests changed, I guess. And so then I went to the piercing shop and I was like, yeah, this is my first piercing. Is that kind of weird? And they're like, no, a ton of people, like tons of people get their first piercing is not their ears, which I think it typically is, but I guess it's pretty common for it to be other places too. So I might get my ears pierced. I might get my belly button pierced, but I'm still thinking about that because that seems like it would hurt even worse than the septum. And I have heard that the septum is like one of the most painful places to get pierced, but the belly button, that seems like I think they look really cute, but that sounds very, very painful. Um, but I might get my ears pierced. I'm not sure. I just feel like dangly earrings are gonna get in the way of my hair, and like I don't know. I could put my headphones on, and the freaking dangly earrings would be in the way. Like I don't know. But I have been thinking about it, so we'll see. All right. I hope that that answered your questions. If you have any more particular questions, go ahead and leave a comment. And yeah. Oh, and my rat cage is back there. And so my next vlog will probably have my rat in it because I don't think I have any videos. I haven't had him very long. I got him from the animal shelter quite recently. I think it was about 2 months ago. 3 months ago. Yeah, 3 months ago. So, yeah. Alright. Hope that answered your questions. Bye.